Hi YouTube, I'm a half-unshaven Chris Pirillo, and this is your Geek Out for Monday, May 28th, 2012. Gotta tell you folks, if you notice that this video seems a bit, well, stuttery and laggy, it's not you, it's us. We had some issues with Wirecast today, which is the software we use to record these videos, so we apologize in advance. The content's still good, it's just the video may be a bit Ginsu-ish. I just made up that word. You gotta remember, we are being sponsored by GoToAssist, and if you have to manage computers, whether locally or especially remotely, you may want to take a look at this tool. Head over to gotoassist.com, click the Try It Free button, and use the promo code Pirillo. There is a laundry list of links from LockerGnome.com today, including one story about Misha Solaria, a 7-year-old author and entrepreneur. I guess I could have been categorized as an entrepreneur when I was a child. I used to roam the neighborhoods with a wagon full of crap that we had lying around the house that we didn't want anymore, and we would yell, "Wagon sale!" Even though we weren't selling the wagon, we were selling the items in the wagon. Stuff that we consider junk could have been someone else's treasure. We made a little bit of money, and granted that didn't go very far back in the day, but still, you're never too young to be an entrepreneur. Simple security tips from car registration to keyloggers. Security is usually the last thing on our mind when we're out and about or just living life, so it's important to keep a few tips in mind before doing anything. I mean, anything. One of the suggestions we make in the story is that you carry around your own USB drive with a distribution of Linux pre-installed on it. So that way, if you're at a public terminal, you can boot up the computer to the USB drive, if the computer allows you to do that, and use your own operating system instead of somebody else's. Of course, you could get this type of USB drive if you wanted to. Does having cable and phone service reduce modem speeds? Interesting question posed by one of you, and we decided to answer it in a full-on article. When was the last time you upgraded that cable modem? May want to take a look. Now, while your regular old phone service shouldn't interfere with your regular old cable service, if you're using phone service through your cable provider, yeah, that's taking up a fraction of bandwidth. Certainly not as much as it might be if your girlfriend or fiance or wife is downloading the entire season of everything they ever broadcast. Dropbox for extended families. I use Dropbox. You probably use Dropbox as well as like a billion other free cloud drive services. I've yet to get my dad convinced to start using Dropbox, if only because it's so simple. You install it, you drag a file in there, and then you can share that file with anybody and everybody who has that particular link. There's also Google Drive and Microsoft SkyDrive. Take your pick. Public Wi-Fi, how to connect safely. My #1 tip is never connect to an access point that's labeled free public Wi-Fi, because 9 times out of 10, that's not an access point. Someone has just renamed their network connection so it would possibly attract people who would have no idea what they were doing. At least they wouldn't know what they were doing when connecting to an access point in public. My second suggestion is don't use public Wi-Fi if you can avoid it. And there are a few more tips for you in the link below. What free office suite is best? Why? Well, I guess the best free office suite is the one that you don't pay for. I mean, ultimately, it's going to be what you want, right? OpenOffice, or LibreOffice as they now call it, is okay. It's not great. The price is awesome, but the software itself is meh. I'm telling you guys, the days of desktop office suites, they're long gone. Other news from around the web, Microsoft is shutting down its Windows Live brand. My God, this is only like, what, 5 years overdue? I mean, it was just a dumb idea to call a web service that you use a browser for Windows Live. I mean, Live, I get. The Windows part, especially when I would access that service from OS X, iOS, Android, Linux, it didn't really make sense. Windows Live, and Windows had nothing to do with it. Facebook Buffy smartphone is said to be taking on Google. Really? Facebook's working on a smartphone? Well, the coding of their apps today is any indication as to what their phone might be like. Yikes. RIM loses another senior executive. This is news? Google kills 250,000 search links a week. So Why haven't they culled through the crap that people keep publishing on Blogspot? I swear, every single blog I find on the Blogger service is spam. It's junk. My search results on Google have sucked for over a year now. Oh, they're apparently making changes for the better. Really? I haven't seen it yet. Questions from the community. 1393JMH on YouTube asked about our daily vlog. What do you guys do when you're totally bored of everything? We pick up a camera and record ourselves. Creative Tux on YouTube asked, what would Chris and Diana call their baby? Well, we were thinking about Shabazz or Moxie. Casey0KFG on YouTube asked, Chris, do you ever miss Iowa? I can't say that I really do. I miss my family, and a lot of them are in Iowa. Andrew Van Roberts on YouTube asked, you sa no like the Gungans? Me sa no like the Gungans. Raid Jr. 47464 on YouTube asked, do you ever not like anything Diana makes for you? Dude, let me tell you a secret. Even if I couldn't stand it, I would never admit that to her, otherwise I would never receive anything from her ever again. No, hon, I always like everything! No. You thought I was gonna forget about the giveaway today, didn't you? Hey, the frame rate's back to normal. Facebook.com/Modus is where you gotta go to find out about today's Geek Stakes giveaway, and today it's going to be a pair of Star Wars lightsaber chopsticks, because one chopstick really wouldn't get you that far. And then for all you Trekkies, or Trekkers, whatever you're calling yourselves this week, we have an inflatable captain's chair. Starfleet captain, of course. But you have to weigh less than 120 pounds in order to sit in this thing, otherwise it's going to explode. But don't worry, Starfleet is still just a figment of Gene Roddenberry's imagination. Gotta thank both Modus and ThinkGeek for letting this Geek Pride Day be even geekier. Oh great, now Diana's walking to Iowa. We'll see you later. But don't worry, Starfleet is... But, gotta tell ya, but don't worry, Starfleet. But don't worry,